I don't think he acted maliciously, and I don't think he acted in bad faith. I think he was just scared. The attorney was trying to get me to say, as you can see, that I was satisfied with his performance. I wasn't satisfied with his performance. I expected him and any other officer who would have been on that scene and heard rifle fire emanating from the 1200 building to go inside and do everything they could do humanly possible to save kids.
Now, a CBS4 exclusive. We're hearing from former Broward Sheriff Scott Israel after today's emotional statement from Scot Peterson. Peterson was the school resource officer at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School at the time of the mass shooting. Peterson called a press conference this morning to give us his side of the story, saying he's not the coward many accuse him of being.
Now, one of the people who accused Peterson of inaction that tragic day was Scott Israel. But Peterson's attorney, has released part of a deposition with Israel, and it appears he might have changed his story. CBS4's Bobeth Yates spoke with Israel tonight and has more from BSO headquarters. Bobeth?
Well, Elliot and Lauren, that's right. I'm here at the Broward County Sheriff's Office where the two former employees aren't backing down from their side. As you mentioned, there was a press conference earlier where Peterson says he's unfairly being accused of or being held responsible for what happened at the Parkland shooting. But Sheriff Israel says he's not backing down from his original statements that Peterson could have done more.
Fictional. I mean, I wish I had a better word for you, but other than fictional.
That was former Broward County Sheriff Scot Israel's response when asked what he thought of Wednesday's press conference held by attorney Mark Eiglarsh and his client Scot Peterson, the resource officer at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School when the 2018 mass shooting occurred.
There is no way in hell that I would sit there and allow those kids to die with me being next to another building and sitting there. No way.
Peterson is awaiting trial for child neglect. Prosecutors say he didn't enter the building to confront the shooter. But during a press conference, Peterson and his attorney said he wasn't hiding, but instead taking cover from what he thought was sniper fire.
I feel for those families, those kids that were shot, that were injured, the ones that were killed, and they don't know the truth. These families have not learned the truth of what happened on that day.
Peterson and Mark Eiglarsh allege the truth came out during a 4-hour deposition with Israel, which they say exonerates Peterson.
He admits that the evidence is equally consistent with my client believing that there was a sniper at the time.
But Israel disputes that.
It seems everybody wants to blame someone else for what have you. Scot Peterson chose a course of inaction that day. He has to own it. Whether it was criminal or not, I have no idea. I have no opinion on that. But he has to own it.
Israel adds he cannot comment on what was going through Peterson's mind, if he knew the shooter was in the building or if he thought he was under sniper fire. But he says his statements prior to the deposition, during the deposition, and after have all been consistent.
The truth is the truth. The truth doesn't need a leaning post. And everything I said is, nothing's changed. And to say that now things have come out in a deposition that are exonerate Mr. Peterson, certainly entitled to his own opinion, but he's never entitled to his own set of facts. And my presumption is it just didn't happen the way he's trying to portray it.
Now, Peterson and his attorneys say they plan on using Israel's deposition during Peterson's criminal trial. Of course, we'll bring you all the updates when that trial begins. Live in Broward, Bobeth Yates, CBS4 News Tonight.